Hello everyone, I'm Heather. I'm back for what I hope will be a quick video because it is hot as shit in my house and I've had to turn my fan off because I couldn't hear myself talking over the top of it. Oh, it's heat wave outside and I'm dying. Anyway, it's my Booktube birthday. I don't know what actual exact day it is, but I do know that it was roughly mid-June of 2 years ago, so yay for me. And I think when I did something like this last year, like a sort of Booktube birthday video or something for my 1 year anniversary, it was also a heat wave and I was also sweating profusely. So maybe that will just be a tradition, you know? Every year I'll do a video of me glistening. I don't know what kind of black magic forces are at work. Like when I lived at home in America, we used Fahrenheit for temperature, right? And you'd be in the backyard, tanning, cold drink, just dying, like choking on the heat, and you'd look and it'd be like 90 degrees Fahrenheit, and you're like, holy shit, it's 90 degrees. Why are we even out here? We're gonna die. So then here, you feel the same, you know, same situation, identical, but then you look and it's 28 degrees, and you go, 28 degrees, holy shit, it's the hottest day of the year, why are we even out here? But then I'll tell my friends or whatever at home, I'll be like, it's 28 degrees, and I'll just type it in, you know, Celsius to Fahrenheit converter, and it's like 78 degrees or something, and they're like, it's like a balmy spring day. Like, I don't understand, you know, I don't understand why everything here in Celsius seems hotter, you know, like, can someone explain this to me, like why it doesn't translate or convert properly in life? Is it just black magic? Am I cursed? Okay, so for my Booktube birthday, I'm gonna do the Booktube Birthday Tag. A couple of people have done it recently. Weirdly, June seems to be, you know, a Booktube birthday type month. I think Karen Evans was one of them that recently did it. But the original author of the tag is Average Joe Reads, so I'll link his thing below. The first question is, how many years on Booktube are you celebrating? And it's 2. What? Okay, number 2. What has kept you motivated to continue making videos? And I think mainly the main motivation is just the community and being like part of a bunch of people who don't really know each other outside of books, you know, don't really talk to each other about anything a lot of the time except for books, you know, like books is our sphere. So like I'll finish a book and I'll think it's amazing, you know, and I'll be like, oh my god, I desperately need to tell someone about this book. Then I'll tell my friends, you know, and they're not really interested. Like nobody I know in real life gives a shit, you know. Like I'll say, guys, this book has changed my life, and they'll be like, oh babe, I love that you read. I love that it's like really touched you. Oh guys, turn up the song. Turn up the song. Can we dance? Babe, dance with me. You know, like they've moved on. Like it stays in their mind for about 4 seconds and then they're tired of it because it's boring for them. Whereas I can say on Booktube, I can be like, guys, I've just finished this book and it's effing amazing, you should read it. And I'll just get loads of comments from people going, oh my god, that sounds right up my street, I'm going to read that right away. Or I read this and it was amazing. Or I read this and I hated it, I don't understand, blah, blah. Like, that's just awesome. I love the crap out of that. Like, speaking of that, recently, as of 20 minutes ago, I just finished this book, A Man Named Doll by Jonathan Ames, and it was amazing. And I feel like I need to tell you about it because I just told my husband, he does not give a shit. He gives 0 fucks about the fact that this book is really good. It's like old school LA noir, but with weird twists and weird sort of added stuff. But I really liked the ending, and I love the writing style of it. It's sort of yeah, old school noir, but you know, snappy and quick and you know, weird similes and stuff like that he talks in. Anyway, sorry, I digress. Number 3. What are 3 of your favorite videos you've made in the past year and why? And this one I don't really know. I think I just, you know, make them and hope they're, you know, good and fun or whatever. So I can't really think of any favorites, but I can think of favorite times I had while making them, you know. So I think my Vlogmas ones were quite fun, because it was Christmassy and you know, every day we did something Christmassy. So maybe the Christmassy Vlogmas. So it was really cheery, and I really liked the song that we picked. It was a Welsh language carol. And then we did fun stuff that day. And then maybe also going back a bit, the first time that my kid took over the channel. She does Anne Wen show, Munch can take over videos sometimes. The first time she did that, she really loved that. And that was a really good response. People were really kind to her and they were like, oh Anne, this is the best, and it you know, she really loved that. So I'll say that one. And then I think also, like, I did this like tag last June, so like full year ago, to do with like the sex and literature tag, and it was just really cool to talk about. Like, you don't often get things like that, do you? Like people talking about sex and literature, sort of opening up about that. But I was also making an apple pie when I did it, and that was really fun. I really liked that, sort of like how that discussion turned out, you know, and like loads of the comments as well underneath about it were like really good. Okay, what have you struggled with on Booktube in the past year, and how did you overcome the struggle? So I think my biggest struggle with Booktube, and I haven't overcome it, it's just a constant struggle, it's a every day working to overcome it, is that I don't really have time for Booktube. Like, I work full time, like, you know, I have a kid, like, I'm always going out as well, especially like after lockdown. My friends are crazy. They've been, you know, locked down in their houses, it's been a long winter, and now they just need to go out all the time. It's sunny, they just need to be drunk 24/7. So they're just like every day they're like, babe, can we go out drinking? And because I've also been in lockdown and also starved for company, I always say yes. I don't even want to go out, I'm tired, I need to go to bed, you know, but I'm like, I'm there in 20 minutes, you know, I just gotta put a shirt on. Like, it's ridiculous. It's the new roaring 20s. People have lost their minds. I don't have time for Booktube. So like finding every sort of last like spare bit of energy and spare bit of time just to sort of squeeze it in and have a chat about books and stuff like that, is really hard. And I always think, oh, maybe I won't do it this time, you know, like I'll maybe give it a bye week, but I know as soon as I miss a week, it's over. Like, I've done it then. Like sticking to like religiously like once a week at some point, like maybe not the same day, but like roughly midweek-ish every week. If I stick to it, I know that I'm okay. It'll keep going. But as soon as I miss a week and it becomes like 2 weeks, it's over then. Now 2 weeks is the norm, right? Every 2 weeks I do it. And then as soon as I come up against a problem again where I don't have time, yeah, oh, I already slipped it to 2 weeks, mine at 3 weeks, mine at 4 weeks, and then it just dies and it's over. And I've lost the community. I've lost all the people that I can talk to about books. I've lost all like the people that I can like, you know, like comment to and chat to and learn from and blah blah. Like the book community is dead to me if I don't stay up with it, you know, and that's I think what's kept me going. But it's also the biggest struggle and I haven't overcome it yet. Okay, number 5. Choose one moment from the past year on Booktube that you would love to relive. I was thinking about this one. I think actually that it might be with all the comments that my kid got on like the first like Munchkin Takeover video that she did, and I was sort of like reading them to her, like they were popping up, like loads of them. They were just like coming up, and loads of people were like, oh, Amon, this is the best, blah blah blah. And I was like telling it to her, and like her face is like, they like me, they really like me. Like it was like success. Like she'd had loads of fun doing something that she, you know, liked to do, and it was really interesting, and she finally got to hang out with mommy doing what mommy does. And also everyone loved the crap out of it, and they were like not like writing comments to me, they were like writing comments specifically to her, like addressing it to her, and she was like, she was chuffed as shit about that. She absolutely loved it, and like her little face, that was amazing. That was a good Booktube moment. Okay, number 6 is shout out a huge supporter of your channel. And for this, I'm not sure, like I can think of one specifically. Like there's been loads, absolutely loads. Like loads of people just constantly watch, you know, and then constantly comment, and I like know who my people are, you know, like they'll pop up in the comments, like, and I'll see that it's you, and I'll be like, oh, you know, these are my people that always sort of do it, or like do it most of the time, or like every once in a while, whatever, like that I have like good chats with and like are really supportive. I think one sort of in particular might be Sarah, Your True Shelf, because she does like always comment, I guess, and always like watches, even though she's quite busy as well. I can tell like she's got kids, you know, and stuff. And I don't know, she's like sent me books before, and like we like sometimes have chats and like just like via message about something if we want to have like a longer chat than just the comments allow. Like she's really supportive as well, but loads of people are, so like I don't know, it feels weird just to say one person out of like a gazillion of people. It's just really good community, isn't it, Booktube? Like this is why we do it. Everyone's so supportive, and also everyone loves books, and how can you not like a group of people that love the crap out of books? I'm getting so emotional. It's so hot. Like my tears will now mix with my sweat, and it will be disgusting. It'll be like a paste on my face. Okay, number 7 is what's the best book you've read in this past year? And I could say this one because I'm still in love with it, but I know that it hasn't been enough time for me to know for sure because I only just finished it like 20 minutes ago. I think actually I'm gonna go with In the Miso Soup. And this one's by Ryu Murakami. And I had like a whole like video, like a raving video about this ages ago. I might like link it if I can remember. But this one was so weird. Like it was like a weird sort of Japanese horror that I wouldn't really have read if I hadn't gotten into horror through Booktube. Like before Booktube I was like horror, not happening, too scary. But like with Booktube sort of like gently pushing me into it, now there's loads of horror that I'm into. And this like Ryu Murakami one, it's like kind of like a slasher one with like this creepy guy, this creepy American guy who visits Tokyo and is like guided around by this local guide. And he like, you know, slashes up people and like they go to like a strip club and he like kills people and blah blah blah. But like in the end it turned out not to be a slasher thing at all, just on its own. It was like deeply philosophical and like a deep discussion about like Japanese society, like modern Japanese society and like ancient Japanese society and like how Japanese society and Western societies are different, and just blew my mind. I loved the crap out of that one. Okay, number 8 is where do you see your channel in a year's time and what do you hope to have achieved? And I think like I don't want to achieve anything. You know what I mean? Like that's not, like for me, that's not what Booktube is. Like Booktube is my random low stress hobby. Like I don't want, like as soon as it, like okay, obviously there are things in my life that I want to achieve things in, you know, I like want to do well, I want to get better, and I want to like climb, you know, blah blah blah. But none of those are things that I just do randomly for fun. Do you know what I mean? Like as soon as I start mixing my hobbies with my ambitions, I'm gonna like mess them both up, you know? Like my hobbies will then start to stress me out and my ambitions will be slowed down by the fact that I want to enjoy them instead of just, you know, getting ahead in them and blah blah. Like I feel like in my life they need to be very separate. So for Booktube, as my low stress, just do it because I like it hobby, I have no ambitions for it. I don't want to achieve anything. I also don't want to like grow it or anything because I think with much more subscribers than I have, like the stress would be on then, you know. It wouldn't be like, oh, I'm speaking to my friends. It'd be like I'm speaking to an audience, and like you start getting like people pressing the dislike and like being like, how can you like that book and blah blah. Like, oh, I don't know, like I feel like I don't know, it would be a lot of stress for me if it was like much bigger than it is. So I don't want to achieve anything. I want to just keep going like I'm going, happily once a week, spitting out videos, watching other people's videos, commenting, you know, having a bit of fun, and not worry about achieving anything or thinking about what it's going to be like in a year, other than just hoping I'm still doing it a year from now, you know. That's giving me anxiety, that has. Last one, number 9. Tag someone whose anniversary is coming up. And I would love to do that, but I don't really know whose anniversary is coming up. If your anniversary is coming up, I tag you. And you could say that I tagged you. That would be amazing. Yeah, anyone whose birthday's coming up, please let me know. Like, so that we can, like, be Booktube birthday twinsies, you know? And then you can do this video and we can, like, you know, I can watch your one. But other than that, that is it. Thank you for watching. If you have any thoughts at all, please let me know. Thoughts about this one, thoughts about anything at all. I do really live for the comments. I like a bit of like a read through and a bit of a chat and like meeting everyone, being part of the community. I'm so hot. I need to turn the fan on. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye 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 bye.